Alex's sisters demanded her to tell them where she's been after losing track of time and cutting hours from her work time. She does not say a word, leading them to lock a grown woman in her room, which thankfully for her, gives her time to enter Dreamlight Valley. Escapism feels like the right thing to do, and the evil inside of her seemed so clear. Alex had an immediate smile on her face, with her arms stretched out high above her. Ah, who missed me? What a calm ego. Who knows if she was happy to see Scrooge, or just happy to cause chaos today in her favorite place, but she was excited. Scrooge grumbled. Well, doesn't seem like much since you're the only person in my shop. Become useful. Why don't you? Promoting Scrooge's shop seemed too easy. Wonder what would happen if she had her own shop to promote. And that led her down another rabbit hole that consisted of money and possibilities. She could get enough characters to come by and work for her, and also come in and buy her merch, a circle of life. It would also put her business skills to the test. Ideas swirled in her mind. Alex had been through a lot of bossy people in her life, and Scrooge was one of them. He made her do this and that for little reward. I mean, who worked for a sign for his shop to put in your own house? Alex knew selfish and conceited men when she sees them, but she knew she had to put him in his place because she's helping them to better the valley, not the other way around. Pick up softwood, he says. Alex mimicked Scrooge while she did his dirty errands for him. Alex thought that she was getting a break today from her life, but apparently not. But she had to admit, all she would do in her room is write in her journal and think, and maybe watch some TV when she was in the mood. So picking up softwood and running around was better than that. Tough, tough, she clicked under her breath. She was so used to using Goofy's crafting table that she forgot that Scrooge had one of his own. She went through all the trouble walking to his stall, that she didn't realize there was one behind her in the beginning. But she didn't mind that the longer she stayed here, the more she got closer to finding out what's in the castle. Would it be like a bed and breakfast? Oh, she hopes, but she got more than what her stomach bargained for. Alex felt pressure in trying to make the valley look presentable. That's why she didn't like decorating, because it made her feel like she needed to make the villagers happy, and to show them that she has skill, and that's not something she cared about. She knew that Scrooge wanted to ease her way into decorating. That's why he made her put his signs up too. She cared more that this lessened her competitiveness, and that made her feel like a failure. That's all? You told me to do something useful, and you think that what you gave me is useful? Alex didn't care anymore on how she sounded because Scrooge was greedy. The only person that was allowed to be that way was her, matter of fact. She did what she was absolutely mortified to do, and that's how these characters repay her. Tell that to my wallet. I'm a tight penny pincher. You'll get the money when I think you deserve it. Bugger off now. With a waddle of his tail, he was off. So with that, she ended up doing the last few of her errands for him. He wanted flowers, he'll get them. At the back of his shop, where no one can see them for what they are. Ah, that'll teach him to mess with her. No one messes with Alex and gets away with it. She preferred revenge, and her dark side alignment was getting harder to ignore. Oh, and the benches added for people who rather enjoy the wilting flowers. No shade, no game. With that being done, she thought that it was time to fix some of the plaza. Who knows if she noticed that it was due to Scrooge? She'd rather not focus on that side of her mind. It was starting to bug her that the lamp posts were in different spots the longer she was here, and some of the sidewalks were gone, but she'll get to that part some other time. Alex didn't feel bad about what she did previously. No, she actually felt good because he didn't notice the meaning behind why she did what she did. She felt even better when she got free stuff from the hidden evil acts. Her eyes twitched at this out of happiness. "Are you okay, dear? Sounds like you're having trouble believing what I got you." Scrooge looked uncomfortable, but she didn't care about that either. "I'll take it." Alex felt the need to ask him something she wanted to know for the longest time. Business owner to business owner, and hopefully he agreed on telling her his secrets before running another errand for him. I mean, he kept giving her errand after errand, so what will a little nosy question ever do to him? Finally, digging for gems, and she actually has a reason to sell something now. A flash of a coin's value twinkled in her eye once more. She drowned out everything else and followed the way to her heart's desire. And her first try was a success, and then another. The pickaxe loved her, and she loved the outcome. It felt like she was living a rag-to-riches story, even though she has barely made a gap in her wallet. She felt greedy, and she loved every moment. She realized she had trouble keeping room in her inventory, but Alex doesn't want to speak about Bruno right now. But those thoughts seemed to slip free as she placed more items on the ground to make room for her precious gems. She was too broke to upgrade her inventory, and certainly too broke to expand the storage in her house. She will have to make a decision on how to handle things as the valley grows. Alex was finally able to sell her findings to Goofy. She ended up feeling good that it didn't take long for the gems to show up, 10 to 15 minutes at most, and she didn't realize that it wasn't that easy all the time. She just got lucky like always. Plus, when you think about just 7 gems, that's nothing in other inventories. Dreamlight Valley made her delusional. She thought she was getting a deal, but in reality, Selling the gems gave her enough to expand her house, which is nice because it was starting to feel a little roomy in there. She couldn't wait to finally have a bed to sleep in, to go back to reality. She felt like Alice in Cinderella's body. She wondered if all this back and forth will have repercussions in the future. Truth? She wanted to be here permanently, so she didn't have to think about leaving or worst-case scenarios. But that wasn't an option. She still had a life to live, somewhere. Customers know best, or he really wants more business. It seemed to her that she already has a blue throne chair in her inventory, so this would be an easy one and done quest. Hopefully Merlin doesn't freeze his behind in the chair, which made Alex think there's no hospitals here if something ever did go wrong. This will be Alex's first time seeing the castle up close as well. She felt like it won't be easy trying to get in there, or if Merlin has another magic trick to make her open the gates. Whatever it is, she was ready. Ready or not, here she comes, to blacken her path and cause destruction everywhere, or maybe just drama. Who needs Dreamlight when you have me? She wanted to see if the castle had any real secrets, or if it was just ordinary. Her thoughts started to run when he mentioned power again, which made her hands tingle like the same day she removed the night thorns to her house. And it made her think of what Merlin thought of evil power, making her question if it was worth trying. Merlin's eyebrows arched, like he was curious now about what Alex was thinking. Employee of the month just because I delivered a chair? Alex crossed her arms, wondering why he could have offered this opportunity sooner. You're pushing my buttons. Be grateful and just accept what I give you. Not complaining. Keep it coming. Alex whistled out of the building and towards Mickey, hoping that he gives her the same treatment. It's not so bad being the village representative. Alex just promoted herself. What is the purpose of summoning birds when she hasn't seen one yet up close? She felt betrayed by that because she loved birds. It reminded her of her stepfather. Blue jays always came around when he died. but only for a short period of time, and they eventually stopped altogether when her evil sisters came into the picture. Like he couldn't watch her being bullied by them. She didn't realize she was looking up at the sky while crafting, feeling down because of her father. She went to craft and finally made a tall birdhouse. She hoped it would summon her stepfather in her dreams. She wanted to know of one person who was there for her. She couldn't face the facts of why she was abandoned to her fake mom. Her mom was never there after she married her third stepfather, always running off to some other place with him like a crazed dog. And after that, well, her stepsisters always took care of her. All she could do was continue to do what she does best: survive. Decorating the plaza further was an accomplishment in itself. She continued to do what was impossible, and that was the hard part. The easy part was to look at some of the valley's improvements and feel successful. She did that, mastering the craft in her own way. Will she have to do it again? Probably the whole valley needs work, but she thought it would be best to come back when she's less busy. But for now, what she sees is the best she can do. Sidewalks are her next priority next visit. Getting distracted by quests and meeting new characters made her forget all about obtaining the royal tools and having to go back to Merlin to let him know she has them. She didn't realize her anxiety was non-existent as of today, especially with decorating. She felt powerful, like everything was going her way, as it should. But that didn't make her forget how tired she really was. And it was coming on fast. All this work and no rest, she thought, and obviously no bed. She decided after talking to Goofy and running all over town for Dreamlight, she needed to go back to Merlin to open up the castle. The past 2 days have been a chore, and she just wanted to write in her journal all about her visits, and especially her findings there. She never wrote about her dreams, but these felt too vivid to ignore. She wanted to look back when things got too dull around her room. She just hoped her sisters never find her journal. They find everything. Finally, opening the castle is here. What kind of secrets will appear in this moment? Oh, what a not-so-surprising surprise. Even though she took a wild gander at what the castle really entailed, she admitted the interior and detail was rather beautiful. If only it was real and not just a dream she could escape into. Alex chose the little chef, not because it felt like the right thing to do, but because she was hungry and tired. She had a whole afternoon, but to come across a quest-fest castle, she definitely needed to put better running shoes on. She couldn't wait to dine like a queen later, even though she's the one that normally cooks. Oh, what is her sisters going to do without her? She imagined a plate full of gruel. They deserve it, but she can't say that to them, can she?